Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my, I don't know if it's YouTube or my internet connection. It took like 34 or 36 seconds again. So the typical 7 to start the stream, at least on my end. I think the stream starts before that, so there'll be like 30 seconds of silence on my end. I'm also not sure if the stream has started by then, because I've never verified it. So I could just be doing an intro and then no one hears it. Alright, to the Ravaged campsite. Got us some goodies. That's gonna take care of this army real quick. Alright, take care of that guy. Get by fire elementals as well. Can we just hang tight? There you go, dragon. Hey, not a robot. Exactly what a robot would say. Timber. No, he's not a tree, but he is an earth elemental, so the timber joke still works. Nature adjacent. Alright, we got Tyranny of Mind. Got a long description. This +2 heavy flail can be safely wielded by only by non-good characters. Each time the wielder of this weapon lands a hit with it, the enemy has to pass a will saving throw DC 13, or become affected with the equivalent of the dominate person's spell effect for 1 round. If a good character wields this weapon, they become permanently confused, even if they unequip it. This effect can be removed by Remove Curse spell DC 15. It's a pretty cool flail. I've actually thought about using a flail for my Lich run, but I like the scythe quite a bit more, though. So I might be ready to take on this army. Shouldn't be too bad. Alright, this is the Smaladon location. Like, 90% certain.
Due to the proximity to the world wound, many inhabitants of Canabras are suspicious of tieflings. Tiefling boy, tell me, what are tieflings doing to change public opinion? How are they dealing with this problem?
We pinch stuff from people who really don't like us. We rob from other people too, but we don't clean them out in the same way. That's like justice, right?
Yeah, like a type of Robin Hood.
I need to concentrate. Becoming distracted leads to becoming dismembered.
I like all this stuff cluttering up my skill bar. This is useful to have on hand, though. I keep it over here. They get cluttered up anyway. Too much stuff going on with the Skald. I guess I don't really need power attack here.
Wolash. Riti. Na Ea Orama Na Soa Na Ea Orama Na Ea Baba Soa Taya.
Was Lan in that, He's not, he's just outside of it. That's okay.
Together we stand.
Ready for anything.
No reason to pause.
Ona Adayana. Inimosi Tradisi.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Ask nicely.
Wolash.
Are we in trouble yet?
You are my favorite aide.
Riti.
Aksa. Yes. Ba. Air. Riti. Ba. Air. Riti. Na. Air. Orama. Na. Air. Orama. Na. Air. Orama. Na. Air. Orama.
Something
Oh,
wrong?
he had, Darn, forgot to equip those. That's okay. Not the end of the world, probably.
I'll go ahead.
The world has
I guess
suffered
you never
enough.
really know.
Let me help.
My tail is restless.
Meditate
I'm
on
always
your
open to
mistakes.
ideas.
Make you feel better.
Alright,
Riti.
where they at?
I know the way.
Be gone, fiend!
Should have charged in, but that's alright too. We'll go ahead and study target.
Cover me, all right?
You are beyond redemption!
Mind over muscle.
You just die already.
I thought there were more.
The goddess protects us.
Oh,
Focus
so we also
on
get
the
fast
goal.
healing from this.
A
heal up
bright
a little bit off
future
that.
awaits us.
I have that bard hat on.
Follow my lead.
I swear there's more. Is that really it? Huh. I thought there were 5.
As it should be.
Or Bruce.
That is not far. I know what to do.
Oh, I turned that off. That's okay. Socio benefited from the extra healing.
I'll go ahead.
Alright, we'll go to Chili Creek next. Actually, let's go over here first. I don't remember if there's a reason to go over here or not. Usually there's something at the end of these, like, dead ends. Hey, the Traveling Merchant! I feel like I hardly ever find him this early. Well, Evangelic Aspect. Oh, because, we're in Aasimar. So he gives you a gift based off your race as well. Yeah, I feel like, did my Trickster run? I don't think I found him in Act 5. Not gonna use that either. Oh, someone can benefit from that. Forgot I had that. Alright, anything unique yet? All stuff I sold him. Does he have a bag of holding by chance? No. Let's see. Nothing I particularly want this time around, anyway. You get some more exciting stuff when it shows you the requested stock. I don't think there's any loot around this one either. It's an actual random encounter. Hey, Duncast. What's going on, man? Age of Wonders 3 is a ways off. I've got a full schedule for a while. You're sick? What are you sick with? My allergies have been pretty tame lately.
I swear it.
Pretty excited about it.
Let's try this way.
Stab you or zap you?
Into
Why not
the
both?
fray! The inheritor guides
You've
my
crossed the
blade.
wrong
This
mongrel.
obstacle.
Actually, I'd like to get haste off. I went up Death Ward up for the shadow.
This will hurt.
Tactical retreat. No.
I can still fight. You won't survive me.
A calculated risk.
You're irrelevant.
The light! Take
I
you!
need your assistance.
I know. I'm not nearly rich enough.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
Time's not waiting.
My will is resolute.
Paralyzed there. Anybody else sick? No, just exhausted. Alright. It's a little bit harder than it should have been because we were exhausted. That's what happened. You went to Walmart.
Fine.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Yeah, strength and dexterity. Like -6, I think. Right? Yeah. Pretty nasty debuff, but I try not to rest until I reach to where I'm headed. It's usually not a problem. But occasionally it is. Ooh.
Are we ready to move out?
Still not enough.
Huh? Oh, yes, what?
The world has
Fine.
suffered enough.
Use this. Restoration also gets rid of exhausted and fatigued. Hey Matthew, don't tell him what to do. Alright, let's rest up. We're gonna get
I'd like to show you a
corrupted here.
sketch. Tell me what you think.
It's not bad, but if you ask me, I think you've made it too flattering. Too bad you can't redraw my ugly mug for real to make me look like this handsome guy.
We're right on the threshold. It's lit up though, so that tells me that we do have the corruption. Oh, somebody up here died.
I am prepared. This spell doesn't work like that.
We will win this war.
Let me help.
So no elementals in this area yet. They do show up later
I will
though.
help where I can.
But I'm just getting the habit of
Pioneer.
casting all my
Where else
buffs.
Doubt is the greatest challenge.
Yeah, I'll get the reinforcements later when we leave this area. I don't plan on resting here, so I won't be losing any time on it.
I will lend you my
Alright,
aid.
that's 2 in a row with a 15% chance of failure. I was just saying, if he wanted to be sick, he's allowed to be. Why don't you go around offering your well wishes to anybody? Fair enough.
No glory without rest!
You get smoked, elk. All aboard the pain train. Let's go up here and clear out these areas. This area where we have our buffs up.
Rely
Sila.
on me.
Forget him.
we retreat already?
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
This should do it.
There goes radiance.
Into the fray!
I will erase your ugliness!
As it should be.
No reason to pause.
Always reason to
Battle,
pause.
my friends!
Distract them from me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Especially with real time with pause.
That is not far.
Mind over
You
muscle.
can handle them, right? Don't mind me.
I'll go ahead.
You should have listened to reason.
Megalosaurus. A few Megalosaurai.
Begone, fiend!
I assume it's the plural for Megalosaurus.
Fall!
Right, he was poor. He didn't drop any gold for us. Next time, they better have my lunch money.
I know the way.
They will break against our resolve. No glory without risk.
I will bring down the divine wrath!
Alright, so the dexterity damage you see there is the monitor lizard's poison.
Let's try this way.
We don't really see that fighting demons since they're immune to poison. There's no way to give Bruce
Into the fray.
the corruptor mythic ability. Good job, Brucey boy.
Follow my lead.
So to talk like Teal'c. Indeed.
As it should be.
I will protect you with my life!
This will hurt.
Time to share your treasures.
Add round 2.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
That is not far.
I always forget how big this area is. The hostile area up here. Not including the town and everything. Oh yeah, Hydra. Alright, go get it, guys. See if we make it there in time. Splitting up.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
I'll go ahead.
Hey, Mike. Wait, Don McLean's here. He's a celebrity.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Follow my lead.
Alright, we got the Oppressive's Gloves. These gloves grant their wearer +2 bonus on persuasion skill checks made to intimidate. In addition, whenever the wearer of these gloves confirms a critical hit, the enemy suffers a -2 penalty on saving throws against mind-affecting conditions for 2 rounds. We're going to put those on my main character, and Lan will get these. We could give them to Sela. She is mounted, but she's not going to be landing very many hits. Especially not yet. Between the Tower Shield and not having 5 levels, and just Tower Shield Specialist to get rid of that -2 penalty. And fighting defensively all the time, which is another -4 to her attack rolls. So
The goddess protects us.
This is my kind of work.
As it should be.
chickens. The Mrs. wants chickens. I do not want chickens. I do want to beekeep though. I have to see if I can actually beekeep where I live at. I'm in the city.
That is not far.
I won't start that till I have to put up my fence though, so any blaggards don't mess with them. Never know with kids in the neighborhood.
I'll go ahead.
I think we're done with this quest for now, right? Yeah.
I know the way. No mistakes.
Hey, just in time, all our buffs starting to wear off. Has this lasted a little longer? Oh, there we go. Went away. Alright. I haven't played a regular bard, but yeah. I mean, just looking at their abilities, I think a Skald is better. Whoops. Did that backwards. Alright, the Knobber's first and only. That's a reference to, Warhammer 40,000. Yeah, Skald's okay. I'm not... This is the first time I've played like a non-full BAB character in such a long time. And he kind of makes up for it with his, various buffs and everything, but man. I like my full martial classes. We just have plus 11 to attack. That's from strength and weapon focus and such. So I prefer my full BAB classes and ish builds, but the Skald was just so thematic. You can still make it to a melee build. Like, I'm not opposed to making like a wizard a melee build if I have to. As long as it's up front and swinging a weapon, I'm happy. Alright, let's give this one a shot. I'm nervous about it, but I think we'll be okay. I actually think opening up Bless might be the better option here. We still have another turn before they get to us anyway. But it's gonna hurt when they do. I shouldn't have moved that way. Whoopsies. There we go. I can correct that. Right, buckle up. Start blasting. Yeah, Skald's really good. I mean, it's just a really strong class in general. Yeah, Skald and its subclass, the Insider, is probably the better version of the base Skald. Because it gives your whole team sneak attack dice. A ton, and there's a couple other things it gets as well. Yeah, because the Skald can give your whole team the Barbarian Rage powers, which is pretty silly. And then we grab Cure Wounds here, of course. Heal, especially when we fight... I think it's an army up here, with a general. It helps out a lot. I think we're done on this side, right? Yeah, the ability to have all your spellcasters rage and cast spells, especially if you have like Gish builds in your party, that's fantastic. So like Woljif or I don't know if you have like a paladin or somebody in your party. Yeah, look at the Insider subclass too. I don't know how optimal you're trying to play, but the Insider is a really cool class. And also really strong. Probably rest up real quick. I mean, I'm playing the Battle Scion, which...
Nenio, give me a pen. I want to draw too.
I am not drawing, Burned Girl. I am producing a detailed sketch. Take a pen and some paper. Today we are going to create an optimal layout for the sleeping rolls and other areas of the camp, taking into account wind direction, heat distribution from the fire, and the position of individuals who are prone to snoring.
Paladin? I don't think I've ever heard of that class. Yeah, I have the animal aspect and lethal stance. What it's called? A reckless stance. Reckless stance and animal fury for the bite. Just more attacks. I mean, you can't go wrong with more attacks. Yeah, there wasn't really a more thematic. I thought about pivoting and going with the Sable Company Marine for the Azata run because an animal companion I think also fits the theme. But a singing class is better. And there's a couple other singing classes, like I could have done the shoot, what's the paladin with the Bard abilities? I can look right now. In fact, is it the martyr? Can't actually click on it. I think the Stigmata is the, yeah, it's got to be that one. Because that's the healer, that's the study target one. Yeah, it's got to be the martyr. Yeah, you can also go Court Poet if you have a bunch of casters in your party. Alright, Darren gets a feat and a revelation. Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge World, and Perception. Extra channel. And, I guess we'll do Combat Healer. So whenever you cast a cure spell, a spell with cure in its name, you can cast it as a swift action, as if using the Quicken spell feat, by spending 2 spell slots. This does not increase the level of the spell. You can use this ability once per day at 7th level, and 1 additional time per day for every 4 levels beyond 7th. You must be at least 7th level to select this revelation as the Battle Mystery Revelation. And I want more summons. He's just going to be pure summons. No more right here. So instead we'll do remove fear. I could do small elemental. I don't really care for the elemental summon so much, but why not? We'll just lean fully into it. Summon monster 3. Hey, thanks, Todd. Take care, man. I didn't look through all the patch notes. I saw the like the big notes they put at the on the post itself about Sable Company Marine and such. All right, let's see. Aubrey gets a feat and Shifter Claws. At 7th level, her claw damage increases to 1d6, 1d4 if small. Athletics, mobility, nature, and perception. How useful is that? Because won't you be wild shaped before anyway? Outflank. There we go. Ember gets a feat. Knowledge Arcana, low religion, use magic device, and perception. Could grab an extra hex. Don't need that. Let's do improved initiative. That's good for like slumber and the like. I'm thinking here we'll just grab some more enchantment. Unbreakable Heart. It's fine. I do like Haunting Mists. We'll grab that. Fire Wisdom here. Alright, Camellia. Including Scoundrel, we get Hunter Tactics. At 3rd level, the Hunter automatically grants her teamwork feats to her animal companion. The companion doesn't need to meet the prerequisites of these teamwork feats, so they get outflank. And a teamwork feat. But is this not... Yeah, that counts. Ability, Trickery, Perception... Perception. And outflank. Well, it sure has outflank, never mind. So we can't do weapon focus rapier. Does she already have that? do shield focus instead. And could do back to back when you sort of tank. We also have, maybe we get a few of these. Let's go and do Precise Strike. So whenever you and an ally who also has his feet are flanking the same creature, you deal an additional 1d6 points of precision damage with each successful melee attack. This bonus damage stacks with other sources of precision damage, such as sneak attack. This bonus damage is not multiplied on a critical hit. Choose a spell. Yeah, Aspect of the Falcon, why not? That's kind of lame.
As it should be.
But not the end of the world. I mean, it's still a really fun class, and it can make some pretty busted spells, so I kind of get it.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that change. I mean, I wouldn't mind them keeping him lawful. Because now you can't use the lawful exclusive monk robes. Supposedly they're looking for a fix for that now.
That is not far.
Like, I think they could have kept him lawful and just made an exception with Cade and Kalian. I don't know if that was easier to program or not. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to make a Drunken Fist for my Aeon run, but then I'd want to be lawful, and then I couldn't take Cade and Kalian as my deity, which is the whole reason I wanted to play Drunken Fist.
I'll go ahead.
Seems like a really strong class. Alright, we have a breastplate plus 2 armor class. Going to give it to him. You know, I don't think I realized he could wear medium armor. You can ask him, are you really staying in the party or just waiting for a chance to run off? I'm sure he's going to stick around for the long haul. I mean, that would fit. I feel like Drunken Fist might make for a better legend run.
I know the way. Follow my lead.
I don't know, I think Drunken Fist would make for a good like a second accidental god story. So you probably want to pursue the Ascension ending. Drunken. Call him Drunken Fist, Drunken Master.
As it should be.
Turn him into Caden Kalian 2.0. Plus, if you go Legend, you get the quest with Caden Kalian. You get to meet your deity.
That is not far.
Which is why I want to replay through the Legend path, because I want to do that quest. I think Caden Kalian is probably my favorite deity in the setting. I liked Gorham too, you know, until what happened recently into second edition. It's pretty cool. He's a god of war, but he hangs out in Elysium, which makes sense. I mean, he is chaotic. So. I should be all set to continue. Pretty happy with this setup for now. Don't know if I change my party up too much more. Yeah, pretty happy with my current party. I know Urushalai will be added at some point.
I know the way.
Is this Krenuk or whatever his name is? I think it is. Or the note that tells us where to go to find him.
Yet another obstacle.
This should do it.
Cover me, all right?
I'll remove this obstacle.
Let's try this way. Ready for anything? Follow my lead. As it should be.
Huh. Rested and everything, and it's still not ready to go. Alright, we do the Nameless Ruins. There's no very difficult fights here.
A bright future awaits us.
I know what to do.
Tino, Woash, Man, Ha, Ritna, Ea, Ora, An, Soa, Nav, Ea, Ora, Nav, Ea, Ora, An, Soa, Taya.
Together, we stand.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Overrun. Sentes. Overrun Sentes.
Maybe, or it's just how the person that paid for him to be added to the game wanted him written.
Nicely.
I mean, he gives you hints to a few locations, like item stash and stuff.
Require my unbiased opinion?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it does either. It'd be funny, you know, a drunken master that accidentally became an Aeon. Just kind of like stumbling through it.
That is not
They make
far.
for a fun playthrough, if not an appropriate playthrough.
Do not fear. Do not
Alright, get him, guys. Wait for them to engage the sealer.
This will hurt.
The light. Take you.
You've crossed the wrong mountain.
The inheritor. Guide my blade.
You won't survive me.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Alright, resounding success. Bunch of traps down that way, if I recall correctly. And this way?
I found
I'll go ahead.
something.
Who, me? This is my kind of work. You sure it's safe?
Yeah, I don't know if he can fit
Watch
past this or
and
not.
learn.
But we can fight this side and not worry about
My
it.
will is resolute. Shellen, shield me from their sight.
Quiet steps. Weapons ready.
Let me help.
We will win this war.
Time's not waiting.
They will break against our resolve.
A calculated risk.
Into the fray.
Still fight?
This should do it.
Alright, don't really need to worry about healing up here. Only
Pretty good.
2 more
Alright.
fights left. Midnight Soup. Cloak of Cleansing. This Cloak of Resistance +2 additionally grants the wearer +2 bonus to saving throws against compulsion and disease effects. A little redundant on her. It's an upgrade to that. And a headband of vast intelligence +2 for Woljev. I mean, he does have this extra. That'll be fine. Lan, enjoy your hat.
This is my kind of work.
I'm rather proud of this one.
Oh, I don't know if I've succeeded that before. Ring of Protection +2 is pretty good.
know the way.
Yeah, I forgot there were
Follow my
gargoyles in
lead.
this area.
I will help where I can.
Focus on the goal.
No reason to pause.
Alright, I'll engage with Sela.
Do not fear. Do not waver. The light take you.
It healed up Social a little bit. It's alright.
You're irrelevant.
Let's try this way.
Endure this!
As it should be.
Alright, here's our first clue for the puzzle. Full circle. Pretty sure it's just like most of it's filled out. One section might not be.
That is not far.
What's that there?
Did we find trouble? No, they did.
The inheritor. Guide my
Make every
blade.
strike count.
Begone, fiend!
Distract them for me. Time to share your treasures.
Alright, Sela intercept. Everybody else will just burst this guy down
Cover
real
me,
quick.
alright?
Ideally. Might have Social start healing a bit. Or himself, mostly.
Stab you or zap you? Why not
Your
both?
cadaver.
Fall! You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I'll go ahead.
Yeah, I forgot about
I
that
will
fight.
lend you my aid.
Did we step on their toes as well?
Forgot to activate that earlier too.
This will hurt.
You won't survive me.
This is my kind of work.
I know the way.
I found something.
Out of trap, Sela.
Pretty good, aren't I?
We've been over this before. Oh, did I miss one of the clues?
Follow my lead.
Alright, that's another one. So center circle, outer circle, and I think just like 1/2 of the square. Like 3/4 of it, maybe?
A bright future awaits us.
My last clue's towards the bottom, so we'll go figure it out. There it is. So... looking at it, that's not, I think it's these two bottom ones. Hey, is that turned on? So it should be that, right? It could be a different angle, I guess. There we go. Ooh, what do we find? A phylactery of positive channeling. Is that better than this? Probably. Yeah, 2d6 versus, I don't know what the scaling is on with charisma.
The goddess protects us.
Is it only based on level? I thought it scaled with charisma. Am I misremembering? Either way, we can give this to Lan. Does he have the wisdom to attack yet, or is that down here? Yeah, that's the... Not that it matters, because he had 20 dexterity anyway. Stranger danger.
That is not far.
Sounds like a edgy high schooler. I am the answer, but what is the question? Will you go to prom with me? Or who are you gonna get a prom with? I guess would be a better question for that.
I am Nenio. Nenio. You hear me? You voice from nowhere or whatever you are?
What's going on here? Nenio, is that you?
Well, I'll be a fox.
Nenio, is that you?
I am Nenio, the greatest scientist of the modern age, and you are my loyal follower. Why are you asking me such a pointless question?
You are a kitsune.
It appears your observation is correct. I am a kitsune. If my hypothesis is correct, and the probability of that is close to 100%, I have always been a kitsune, but at some point I decided to forget that piece of knowledge. Following this line of reasoning, it would seem the fact of my membership of a certain race just doesn't seem relevant to me.
Oh, Matthew with the original jokes. I've never heard that one before.
Also, there is a more important question. Why did my true identity reveal itself in this precise moment?
How could you forget you were a kitsune?
This question is irrelevant in the current situation. If you wish, you can ask me about it later. If you believe that I've been keeping my true identity a secret on purpose, you are mistaken. I have no interest in your causes, your battles, or your secrets, if you have any. All I need from you is your assistance with my experiments. And with this.
I have no words. Can I just stand here silently and look like I'm thinking something smart?
What was that? I found myself in emptiness, and a voice asked me questions.
I suppose it was a trap that yanked our minds out of our plane and temporarily transferred us to another one. I wish I knew which plane. By the way, did you know that the most efficient way to disarm a corridor's worth of magical traps is with the help of a scientist who has been told that the formula for an elixir of the ancient races lies hidden at the end of said booby-trapped corridor?
Whose voice do you think it was?
I haven't the slightest idea. But it is most definitely an extremely wise entity. Besides, the entity displayed no aggressive tendencies, which gives us hope that it can be reasoned with.
So what do you think about that?
The voice in the emptiness asked me, and judging by your reaction, you too, who I am. And merely stating my name failed to satisfy it. The trap then forced me to assume my true form, which I had completely forgotten about.
Yeah, odd that it forced her to do that, but it forced me to not be enlarged anymore.
I suppose this trap wasn't a trap per se. It rather was a closed portal leading to some hidden place that can easily unveil secrets and reveal the truth. The one who spoke to us seemed to solve me like a riddle, in an instant just by looking at me. I I would like to meet this entity. Can you imagine which secrets it can unravel? I want to speak to it, and you, my follower, must help me. But how can you get there? If there is a door, there must be a way to open it. If there's a lock, there must be a key to it. There is an inscription here, right on the statue. I am the void and the emptiness. I am the starting point. I am infinite. Tear my mask off and let it fall at my feet. I don't understand this at all. How thrilling!
Sounds like a riddle.
It does. It really does. I love riddles and puzzles.
How do we solve it?
Each of them is inscribed with a riddle, and each demands that something be placed at its feet. I guess we need some items that represent the answers to these riddles. But don't ask me where we should look for them.
Oh, don't be so hyperbolic. It's only 10 times. Maybe 11. What? She loves riddles and puzzles. Maybe we should ask one of these geysers.
I don't think they can help us. Looks like all they can do is mumble their mantra about questions and answers.
Why are you so sure that the unknown entity behind the mysterious portal would even want to talk to us?
I'm not sure at all, but we must try. We simply must. Getting there and talking with this entity will be the greatest of my experiments. No exaggeration.
A portal that leads to the unknown could be dangerous.
The world wound is dangerous, walking under a hanging icicle is dangerous, even choking on a chunk of badly chewed food can lead to a fatal outcome after all. Living is dangerous. But what is danger compared to knowledge?
I do like this point. Excuse me. Caught me in the middle of a yawn. I was trying to provide commentary. It looks like there's nothing more we can do here now.
With deepest regret, I have to admit that you are right. It's highly unlikely that we'll be able to solve this riddle right here and now. We'll have to temporarily withdraw so we can return when we're armed and ready.
I'm armed alright. We got a hand axe. Does +1 sonic damage, which is not very impressive. But it looks cool.
I'll go ahead.
I feel like Nenny would want to excavate this and see what's that way, because there may be answers in that direction. Oh, I missed. I knew there were perception checks along the side here. What did I miss? I don't know if there's any unique Earthbreakers you can actually find. I think all of them have to be purchased. I know the Skeletal Salesman sells one, Joran Vane sells one. There's another one you can buy, I think in Act 4? Definitely more representation than they had in Kingmaker. Though they did add a second one to Kingmaker, I think with the Enhanced Edition. Initially, there was only the one you got from an artisan. There was another one that was unique, but it wasn't actually unique. It didn't have like a unique name. It was called like a, I think it was a +1 or +2 Flaming Cold Iron Earthbreaker. I always pick it up before the Crag Lenorm. And then you get the one from the artisan. Then they added one when you go to the Valley of the Dead. Is that what it's called? On the way to Mordecai's tomb, and it's right there to the right where you fight the Cyclops. I think it's behind a perception check. Or it might just be like in a chest sitting right there. Alright, let's take this fort. Or die trying. Send them up here. Combined them. They realized they're both sitting in knobbers. Alright, quick save, and away we go. I feel like it's a lot easier to keep up with the stuff in Kingmaker because there's not as much. The Wrath of the Righteous, I like that there's so many unique items, but it feels a little oversaturated because they didn't take the time to add flavor text to all of them. Another resounding success with Setsuna's Shy and the gang, which mostly just means Setsuna's Shy. A pretty nasty little fight, isn't it? Bunch of Primorax. I'm actually gonna let the shoot. We'll let him flee. I don't feel like dealing with all those Primorax. Yeah, I understand. I don't like spoilers either. Let's get that primitive altar first. Grab the goodies there. I feel like one of those people listed doesn't quite belong. Because I don't know, maybe it's just a limitation of the game, but you don't see that many mongrels. Even the spawn of Robogug. I thought there were multiple spawn of Robogug. I never thought about that though. Well, I know within 5 handshakes. I'm familiar with like the Kevin Bacon game, where like you start listing movies and all leads back to Kevin Bacon. So similar theory there. Alright, it's a bit of a shorter stream, but I'm going to call it here, and next time we will continue knocking out all of this stuff on our way up to the Leper's Smile. So I guess we'll take care of next time. I think that's the next thing here. Well, we have the Inconspicuous Camp. I don't remember if Leper Smile's first. I don't think it is. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Stay safe, stay classy. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. We'll get a little bit more done next time. Again, I want to make it to Act 3 come Sunday. Is starting this coming week. My schedule's going to change. I'm going to try to stream once a week starting then, but I can't make any promises in that regard. Did I save? I'm pretty sure I did. Let's double check. Alright, take care everybody. Another update.